Evening, everybody. Welcome back to etc. to the channel. Time for the usual Sunday afternoon, evening, random waffling, and just see where we go. So, who have we got here? Who's turned up? Who's here? Hey, there we go. Kenny, how the devil are you, sir? All is good here-ish. Well, good as can be. Hey, Big J. How are you? Welcome aboard. I just see no, he are hiding. Is Dave's belly. Howdy, J Dog, Chris John, Just James, Guppy Gang in the house. Yes, there's some guppies in there. I've been doing very well this week, producing live food. There's a butterfly cichlid, a crebensis, and now a Senegal bichir in there. So guppy fry are just live food. I see the females looking very pregnant. Then I see them the next day not looking very pregnant. And then there aren't any babies around. And hiding right up in the corner behind his new favourite hidey hole. You probably still can't see him. No, he might poke his head out at some point. But that's where Spaz is hiding up. Evening, Daniel. Thank you, Jesse James. I do try to keep the tanks looking as pretty as I can and healthy. If you keep them healthy, they keep themselves looking nice. Generally, is my theory. So, what new in the world of Sharpie's Fish Room this week? Not a massive amount. Nothing died, which is always a good week. As you may well have twigged by now, Spaz is in his new home. There he is. There he is. There's Spazzy boy. Right there. Although you probably can't see him. He's settled in quite happily, made friends. Not tried to eat anyone yet. Eating away quite happily, which has meant I've had to go and buy some more food today. Following various recommendations. Thanks, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, and he's just swum off that direction. But yeah, he's definitely bigger than my finger. He's longer, wider, fatter. He's a big boy. Yeah, so he's settling in well, feeding away on pellets quite happily. No worries about him having to be fed live food or bloodworms or frozen anything. Quite happily eats pellets and granules and what the other fish generally eat. But I have been making sure to put bigger ones in because then the smaller fish can't eat them, so there are some left for it. It's my theory anyway. And also chuck a few in late at night just before I go to bed, just so there's some in there in the dark so we can snuffle them out and have a munch. The lily baby pistogramma that I discovered in here, the one that survived, he's doing well, he or she, growing away quite happily and munching as they do. And yeah, we got another spawn of apistogrammas as well. Turned on the lights this morning, and there's Roberta with 30 odd teeny tiny day-old baby apistos. So hopefully Dad doesn't eat them this time. Although what I'll do is I'll give it maybe a week. If they make it the week without being eaten, then I might take some out, put somewhere else, keep safe. Mandy, my lovely. And yes, I was good as well today. Very nearly pulled the trigger and bought a pair of Epistogramma Agassizi. Then thought, hang on, you got nowhere to put them. And I didn't buy a new tank. Come on. I bet there's several of you in here have gone, ooh, I want that fish. I haven't got a tank to put it in. I'll buy another tank at the same time. Come on, there's more than one in this chat has done that. I didn't. I was a good boy. Still working on saving up for the Mega Flex. That's the main thing now. Yes, yeah, so I didn't get them, and they also had some Neolamprologus brevis, which I also said no to because I've not done any research on them, and I know some shell dwellers are small. I know they're all small-ish. Some are a lot happier in groups. Some prefer slightly different things. Some are more aggressive than others, basically. And I'd rather have a happy little tank than one full of anger and violence. Also said no to some pea puffers I saw as well. Maybe got it 70 plus times. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I bit the bullet, held on. I'll be doing my research into the brevis this week and see what I can figure out. Because if I can get some, then I've got some shellies. Yay! But then I've just got to catch all the butterfly cichlids, put them into the quarantine tank, so I can then put the shell dwellers into the tank that they're supposed to be going into. Then I can, yeah, then I can move on the butterfly cichlids. Quarantine tank will be empty. And then maybe get something else. We shall see. We don't know. It all depends. I get paid again in a couple of weeks, so yeah, we shall see what happens there. But I did get some things today. Nothing too exciting, but I got kind of sick of trying to catch things like butterfly cichlids in a 4-inch net. I bought an 8-inch net. Better picture. Or a 20-centimeter net. No. Better for catching bigger fish. Top up on the small bug bites because lots of my fish eat them. CPDs and what have you. Any kind of fry absolutely loves bug bites, and these are the small, dusty 0.25 to 1 mil slow sinking micro granules. As this seems to be Spaz's favourite food of choice, some King British catfish pellets, blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's basically a protein pellet with vitamins and stuff added to it. It's 54% fish protein, so that should do him okay. And while I was there, there's I don't know if it's a new brand, but it's a new brand to me. I've not seen much, called Fish Science. Sounds like they do something scientific about it. And that is the tropical fish worm pellets. Basically micro pellets made out of bloodworms, earthworms, mealworms and silkworms. Slow sinking soft pellets. So yeah, so we shall see. I shall let people know how they work out, whether they get absolutely demolished or whether try a better net, John. Better for catching better, but better go big. Oh, hang on. Here's where I drip water everywhere because it's been sitting in the water change bucket. That one big enough. Evening, Aaron. Evening, Kay. I eat food, fish sign. Yep, that was what I was thinking. Good evening, Bob, Mr. Kayla. How the devil are you, sir? Always good to see you. And again, don't take offense, but you have been helping me with my insomnia. It's just those mellifluous tones just happens. Sorry. But yeah, on the upside, you are granddad again. The apistogrammas spawned, so we have more babies in there. And there is one in there that has survived through to juvenilehood, so about between 1.25 inch. So yay, you're a definite granddad. We've got survivors now. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Yeah, so I've got a little tub of the King British pellets up here somewhere, which is what I have been feeding Spaz and been eating them. So I figured I'd get a slightly larger tub. When I'm buying fish food, I tend to buy a small tub first, unless it's something like algae wafers. Then you just buy a big, honking great huge tub, because when you're feeding 300 bristlenoses, you're throwing them in by the handful. You don't want something that's got about 20 algae wafers. Oh, there he goes. Da, da, da. Dino boy. Oh, look at that. He's even posing on his leaf. Right. Relight the ciggy. So yeah, that's all good in Sharpie's fish room. I may even get round to filming a video this week. We shall see how we go. Again, work's busy, life's busy. I'm lazy, lacking in motivation, all those kind of things. Got to make the content if you want people to watch it. So I shall have to figure out something to make content about. Maybe baby fish. They've taken a few weeks off, Bob. They were spawning every week and then eating the babies within like 3 days and then spawning again. So they took a couple of weeks out. Roberta basically walled herself up into her coconut hut. This shows how bad I am, right? I was getting worried because I hadn't seen her for a few days. She hadn't been coming out for food like she normally does. So I was like, right, I'm going to lift the coconut hut up. I'm pretty sure she's in there because it's virtually walled up. So lift it up. All right, yeah, she's in there. She's okay. Put it back down again. Job done. Didn't see any eggs. Didn't see any baby apistos. Get up this morning, a whole bunch. So hello, D. Motivation lack focus. I don't have focus either. Squirrel. It's not much in the way of tech code. You got a phone, you can do it. It's just I was like, yes. Hopefully my sleeping routines are starting to get back a bit more normal now. So, fingers crossed. I don't use anything especially expensive or high quality to. Now this is just a bog standard Lenovo IdeaPad PC laptop. This is the Logitech camera for the live streams. My phone's too full of other crap. And I just got an old. Yeah, it's old now. It's like 5 years old. Just Canon HD camcorder. Nothing else other than that. I don't use any software at all or anything. No laptop. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, you can't stream, and is it you got to hit 1,000 subs to be able to stream from a mobile device or something? Although if you go through StreamYard or Streamlab or whichever one of them it is, it then counts it as being a laptop rather than a mobile device. All very confusing. But hey, it was literally only yesterday that I realised I had Spotify on my phone and that I could set up a Spotify account for free. So yeah, at some point in the future, the customers in Attleborough One Stop will be hearing my Spotify playlists. Yeah, maybe over Christmas. We shall see. I reckon some Alice in Chains around Christmas would be ideal. Just spotted. Oh, you see Spaz down there, do you, Dan? There he is. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, as I say, he's a good size, really, when you think about it. For what, $12.99? Yeah, Spotify answer your phones and do. That just. Oh, that's the size he was when I got him. I mean, he may have grown a little bit, but he's a chunky boy. He certainly enjoys his food, judging by the size of the presents he leaves. He might be. He might be feeding up and putting on weight. But yeah, he's a good boy. He's a very happy little fishy, and so I won't worry about it until. You know, will I be sad if he eats the Ember Tetras? Yes, but they're Ember Tetras, so not exactly tricky to replace. Um, it'll be when he gets to the size where he starts to eat the guppies that I'll start thinking about moving him to a new home somewhere else. Yeah. I think that's sending his phone back and getting a series and play up. Yeah, just keep it simple with phones. Don't overcomplicate stuff. And yeah, I'm basically drink one every live stream. Jesse, I have a kind of caffeine addiction. South Pool Pond again. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's another thing I actually spotted this morning. The comets in the pond were spawning. So, yeah, might be getting overrun with comet goldfish at some point as well. Oh, well, never mind. I'm sure they. Yeah, see, I found the nicotine easier to drop than the caffeine. But the easiest thing I found of all to get rid of was the alcohol. At least the headache from that only lasted a couple of days till the hangover cleared, and then I was fine. It's hello, sicky lids. Yeah. You're not liking your new home now, are you? No. Hasn't got very many hidey holes for you, has it? Because you can't fit in them. No. Yeah. They're in the same tank, but it's been converted from a heavily planted, kind of similar to that, into a shell dweller tank. and they're not particularly happy about it, but I'll be alright. I only got as soon as I get hold of some shell dwellers, I'll be moving on. So, well, those two and the big beggar in there as well. Alice sightings. Yeah, I've not seen Alice for a while, actually, Bob. Trying to think. No, I haven't. Again, that was an easy one for me to quit, Aaron. Just I just struggled to sleep for a couple of weeks, and hang on. All right, I struggled to sleep for a decade. Yeah, minor problem. It's not good when you get used to working on very little sleep. Now, if someone has just developed insomnia, it's an absolute nightmare. Once you've had it for years, you just get used to it. Um, Naps become your friend. It's when the naps turn into 3 and 4 hours sleeps during the day, it starts becoming a problem. Oh, you're just coming out to say hello now, are you? So that's about what I've been up to this week. Not really done any modelling. Yeah. Um, yeah, transparent garlic. Yeah, well, that'll be all right. Weather's been a bit all over the place in the UK at the moment, so um, it's like last couple of weeks it's been cool and wet and cloudy, and then we get a couple of days of heat and sun, and then back to cool and cloudy again. And it's yeah, it'd be okay if we just didn't have the heat and the sun. If it was just cool and cloudy all the time, I'd be happier. Oh, Bertie's showing off her belly as well. And Spaz really is showing off tonight, isn't he? He's out and about. You can see he likes his new house. But yeah, I did see something else today while I was in the pet store that I was rather tempted and taken by. Something that will take a lot of research and looking into. There was a very pretty and very cute little bearded gecko looking at me, saying hello, and it was kind of tempting, gotta say. Yeah, that if I go from sort of yeah, if I was to think about that, it's going to take a lot of research. Intermittent neuropathy, restless leg syndrome, diabetes. Yep, I feel your. Well, I won't say I feel your pain because I've not got neuropathy, Bob. But yeah, you're just laying there trying to sleep, and the brain won't shut off, or something's playing up, and then you have to go about your next day as a normal day, and yeah, it's just yeah, you do get overtired. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll have a bad night, and it's like right, I'm not going to have a nap today, so I have a better night tonight, and then you get too tired and you can't sleep. Um, Now it's the weird one when you're struggling to get to sleep, so you drink a can of Monster to wake yourself up enough to fall asleep. It just yeah. It's all right, not corona, smoker's cough. Oh, now you've gone back to hiding up again. fair enough. Let's see, look after a bit of drone dad, kind of handling. Oh yeah, the second wind, when the brain just starts doing really weird stuff. Yes, when you start hallucinating, that's yeah. When you get the lack of sleep hallucinations, that's interesting. Um, yeah, I had one once during a 48-hour speed build where, um, yeah, I was hallucinating there were flying spiders landing on me. Oh, wowzers! Thank you very much, Bob. Um, if I don't go to a gecko, if I decide not to go for a gecko of some description, it will certainly get put use to something fishy related or pet related. If nothing else, it will go to the saving up for a mega flex fund. But thank you again, Bob. Thank you, my friend. Most appreciated. Never expected, but always appreciated. I'll have to get my one if I forget. Yeah, there is that. And I do have a cat that comes in the house regularly. So yeah, but it's one of those. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of looking into and a lot of research because I've never kept reptiles of any description. Um, oh yeah, yes, that happens, Dan. I regularly find the glow light Danios down the back, and normally in the pump compartment. Locking lid, habitats, cat safe, cool. So I was more worried about. I mean, Zach wouldn't get into it, but more worried that he might just freak out the reptile of any description. Um, Fish get used to him. As his fishy friend, and he'll sit and he'll say hello to them and watch them and meow at them. I mean, he used to play with Norman the better. They would do kisses through the glass. Zach could put his nose on the glass and Norman would come up the other side. And Zach could do the paw on the glass and Norman would follow it around. I'd try to do it with my finger and Norman would just hide up in the corner. But it's fine with Zach doing it. Zach he's recovering, okay? He's back to his normal self. He's just at that point, as we all know, when something's healing and it starts to itch, now it's hard enough for us to not itch it. But when you're a cat, that probably doesn't twig in your head. So he's scratched the scab off a couple of times and made it bleed again, but he's healing up. He'll be all right. He's having his treats, his fusses, his cuddles, his snoozies, belly rubs, getting stoned on catnip. So yeah, he's back to normal in himself. And the other random cats outside, they're starting to be friendly with me as well. So Ginger will have a fuss now. Pumpkin doesn't run away from me straight away anymore. She'll have a little bit of a fuss and then wander off. And poor Sparky, bless her, she's yeah, well, she's 24 now. Yes, a 24-year-old cat. So bless her. She's even if she wanted to bite me, I don't think she could. I don't think she's got enough teeth left. And I wouldn't want to get bitten by Zach because his teeth are like daggers. I've had an accidental nip and that was painful enough. But a full-on sink the teeth in, and Yeah. Well, I've not seen him this afternoon, but if I, oh, yeah, bless her heart. Yeah. Yeah, she's a lovely little kitty. But yeah, Zach looks after her now. Any other cat tries anything on with her, they get this big ball of white fluff and fangs and claws. Yeah, your cat will do catnip. Catnip is basically weed for cats. That's pretty much what it is. They can't resist it. Um, Once they get the Sparky gummy, she could bless her. She's always been a bit on the short fuse side of things. Um, you be you give I say you would be many years ago. You'd be giving her a fuss, and then it's like, yeah, as Mandy says, giving her a fuss, and then she starts baring her teeth and hissing at you. Then 2 seconds later, she's wanting more fusses. You just told me to go away. Yeah, she's lovely. But yeah, it's one of those, you can see she's getting old. That condition, I think, is the term. Basically, she's skin and bone now, but she still gets about. She still eats, as far as I can make out, a decent enough life. She's not suffering from anything. So long live her. Uh, yeah. I think there's a lot of cats. It goes from play to death. Um, Although Zach did have to come upstairs and get me out of the bath this morning because he wanted to go out and he couldn't because there was a frog sat in the doorway. Yeah, he'll attack humans. He'll kill, pigeons, doves. He'll go for seagulls, other cats, dogs. Scared of frogs. He comes and gets me because the human, something needs moving. Meow. Yeah, the bath. Get the towel. Come downstairs. Put the frog out the back door. Out he goes. He sat there meowing at the door to come in before, but wouldn't come in because there was a frog sat there. Chance of being killed by a cat, almost nothing, but never zero. Yeah, exactly. And if you die, the chances of being eaten by your cat are probably about 100%. And with the Queen of Redundancy, pretty much. I mean, what is it? What is cat years? Is it 6 to a human year? Something like that. If it's 6, she's like 132 years old or something like that. Poor Sparky. Cat 13 kills things with her scent. I think Zach's like 15, so he's not a bubba. Yeah. He's my fur buddy, my number one fur buddy. My number two fur buddy being Tony the bunny, but I don't get to see Tony anymore, so I just get to vicariously enjoy his antics via pictures and videos. Tony's cool. He has a buggy that he goes for walks in. He just sits there like, yeah, I'm here, I'm king. Yeah, backflip. Yeah, when they can't stand still. Oh, I'm completely familiar with Caitlin Bob. That is a great YouTube channel. 112. Yeah, exactly. Sparky's an old gal. She's alright though. Yeah, Caitlin. Yeah, If anyone's not familiar with the channel, Ask a Mortician is an excellent channel. Okay, obviously somewhat morbid. This is all questions about death and dying, but it's put over in such a way that is with tenderness, understanding, and humor, and a bit of quirkiness. But yeah, brilliant channel. Yeah. And it's not one of those things you ever thought you'd say, but I'd let her bury me. Yeah, eco-friendly deaths, exactly. That's the thing. So, because if you embalm someone, they're basically toxic, right? You got to wait for the chemicals to break down before the natural breakdown can happen. Now, there's no point buying big, expensive caskets with seals and all that. It just gets buried in the ground. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you and me too, Mandy. I don't want to get that old. Um, maybe better off spending the money on improving people's life when they're younger rather than dragging it out longer and longer. Because I know that's why in the UK we have a large pension hole. Because people are living longer than they were expected to. Yeah, I live to 112. Sits here drinking high sugar, high caffeine energy drinks, smoking, and doesn't exercise. Got a funny feeling I'll be dropping dead at work. But yeah, it's I say that the whole you want to be a tree. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can have that done, Mandy. I mean, you don't need to be ground up into meal. You can just be buried and have a tree planted on the top of you, and it's absolutely fine. I mean, I don't mind if they just dump me in landfill. Yeah, I'll be dead. I won't be aware of what's happening to my body. The little electrical signals in up there that make me will have gone where I don't know, but they won't be in here anymore. Yeah, home viewing as well. Yeah, when the coffin to live. That's the way it always used to be. You didn't lay in state in a funeral home, as it were. The body was in the living room. People came around to pay their respects and then got buried. Leaving the body to medical science saves on the cost of a funeral. Yeah. Um, but yeah, funerals are as expensive or as cheap as you want them to be. Oh, iconic corpses is awesome. Yeah. How much of Lenin is actually Lenin? Not a lot anymore. Uh, bits keep falling off, so they have to keep replacing parts. So it's basically a waxwork at this point, I think. I want to be a tree, seep into the fruits, people eat my soul. I can be. Yeah, my atoms will disperse, I'll be in everything. Yeah. Yeah, let's say an eco-friendly burial. Now, am I the most eco-friendly person on the planet? No. No. I use plastic bags. Yeah. My carbon footprint is probably very negligible. Um, due to the fact that I don't fly, I don't drive, I use public transport, or I walk or cycle everywhere. Don't use that much electricity, other than from the fish tanks mainly, but you know they're producing oxygen. So yeah, but to me there's no need to putting large concrete vaults in the ground and just dig the hole, put the body in it, fill the hole. If you really want a box, use a box. But don't make it stupidly expensive. There's no need. I'm watching 4 million DVDs. Yeah. There'll be that one frame in every DVD, just like the image of my face will show up. Yeah, put portion rations in a sapling. Yeah, but I was like, just make me fertilizer. I don't care. I think things are a lot from watching Caitlin and to knowing what I know about the UK funeral industry is a lot of differences. Ours is based more around doing the right thing rather than making money, if that makes sense. It's more about doing the right thing for the dead, for the deceased, and for the family, rather than the funeral home or the mortician, whatever, making a fortune. They won't push you to buy the more expensive casket or coffin. They won't push you to do this. It's everything is your choice. They'll give you all the options. Now the Richard Pryor box set, yeah, that's up there, right next to the Demons box set. Underneath the world's most overrated box set. I think I paid a tenner for that, so it wasn't too bad. Used to have a black angelfish. What happens to that? Black angelfish. There was a wooden model one I had. It was one of those ones. It's just like you get like 3 or 4 sheets of wood, and you just push the bits out, sand them off, and clip them all together. And I just sprayed it black and never got around to actually painting it. Yeah, I thought it was just plywood. I got it off of Amazon. If you put what did I put in? Something like wooden fish model. It'll probably come up. It was only a few pounds. Yeah, it's simple enough to make. Just join the bits together and paint. Bit of wood glue, job done. Yeah, it's upstairs in the man cave in a various state of falling apart at the moment, I think. Because I primed it and never actually got around to painting it. Yeah, they're throwing another form. I think I'd put myself into a mushroom farm. I think that would be more amusing. See if someone can grow magic mushrooms off of me. Yeah, $4.75 on eBay. There we go. I knew it was cheap. That's the reason I got it. There are some similar ones, metal ones now. I've not seen if there's an angelfish one. I know they do like scorpions and stuff like that, and dragons. It's all articulated. They're probably quite expensive, but Yeah, so I remember having like some of those wooden dinosaur kits as a kid. So I bought the angelfish one just for a laugh, and then got bored. Um, was That's where the mojo is. Is I kind of enjoy building stuff. I just painting is a complete chore. 769 on Amazon. There we go. It was something like that. Like Megadeth angelfish. Not that metal. But yeah, it's a cool little thing. And enjoy, Mandy. It's actually bigger than you think it's going to be as well. I was expecting it to be quite small, but yeah, I might have to stick that together and paint it, and then just have it standing on top of the tank or something. Do you think they keep mentioning I might get a sponsor? Hey, possibly. As long as I keep that out of shot. Do I live near the ancient forest with trees older than medieval period? $30, you can get an angel, a dolphin, and a turtle. There you go. Sorted. Not Epping Forest. Forest of Dean. Well, the only real forest around here is Thetford Forest, and that's not exactly what you'd call an ancient woodland. That's more of a oh, we destroyed all the forest. Let's plant thousands and thousands of pine trees in dead straight lines. Yeah, not really what I call a forest. Um, Kind of what I would call it, or term a tree farm. There's not a lot that will live with the acidity produced by all the needles and stuff. So it's basically just pine trees and then brambles underneath, and that's about it. Yeah, firewood. Not like an old like Sherwood forest with where you got all the ancient oak trees and alders and poplars and limes and all that kind of stuff. All the really cool trees. But we do have some relatively old woods around here. It's nice to have a wander around occasionally. Very close to where Mary lives is Thornham Woods, which is a very pretty place to go. Just not at night generally. Unless you're a weirdo like me that likes exploring creepy places at night. Um, yeah. I say pretty much all that is around me is just farmland. Um, Fields, pigs, sheep, chickens, as far as the eye can see. Oh, thanks for asking, Bob. Yep, Mary's absolutely fine at the moment. Um, we were, yeah, got to restart the phone. Okay, doke, Mandy. Yeah, Mary's doing absolutely great. Uh, Decree absolutes all through now, so divorce is all done and dusted. Yew tree thought to be around 5,000 years old, Glen Lion. Yeah, well, yew trees famously grow super slowly. Yeah, yeah, you can't beat a walk by a little stream. Yeah, that's what I spent my childhood doing, was just hanging out in woodland beside streams, building dens. catching fish, getting wet. Good days. Onwards. Yeah. Righty-ho, see you later, Brian. Stay safe yourself. Thanks for being here. Have a good week. You talk about the high-speed rail link between London and Birmingham. Yeah, that is just a complete waste of time and money. For those few people that live in Birmingham and commute to London every day, there can't be that many of them. What we need is a high-speed rail link to connect the two cities. No, we don't. No, we just use online conferencing. No, it works. Yeah. I mean, I suppose the advantage to being in the UK and being in the woods is we don't have to worry about bears or wolves or Sasquatch. You might see a deer if you're lucky. Yeah, it's just a way of spending money, really. And I think what they'll probably find government-wise is, oh, hang on, we ain't got that much money anymore. We can't afford to do it. Yeah. I'd be better off building a motorway into East Anglia. Norfolk is the only county in the UK that doesn't have a motorway. Yeah. Yeah, just bring back the nature. Exactly. It's stop building houses with minute gardens. Start building houses with bigger gardens so you can have nature in the towns. Yeah, there was that guy. Oh God. Yeah, the parliamentary expenses scandal. Yeah. Don't want to encourage people to visit. Yeah, there is that, Kay. Yeah, there's definitely that. Well, we can run it to the border. You were saying bear lives, yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, this is it. I think that the minimum wage is enough to live on. Let's give the MPs minimum wage and see how they manage. Bob's got a deer in the yard across the street. Beautiful. Don't get so around here it's mainly the tiny little muntjac. Do you get the roe deer and the fallow deer? No red deer around here though. But yeah, it's always nice to see deer just wandering about doing deery stuff. Yeah. So if you can afford to live in a castle or a house with a moat, you don't need expenses claims. Evening modders, yes, Spaz is happily swimming about in his new home. Dan's got DNA. Eat the flowers and strawberries. Yes, it all depends on, do you want the flowers and the strawberries, or would you rather have look out the kitchen window and see deer in the morning? I'd rather lose some flowers. They quite welcome to eat the strawberries. But the biggest animals I get in my garden, other than Zach, are, well, the biggest wild animals other than birds would be hedgehogs. They're always amusing to see. Snuffling about, munching all the slugs and snails and worms and doing their thing. But yeah, I'll say as everyone can see, Rodders, Spaz is quite happy in his new home. Yeah, this is it. He sat there high as a kite, chilling out against a tree, just having a good time, just chilled, and then a deer walks past you. Oh, you realise how big they are when they're that close in the wild. Oh no, I mean, eating you. Are they tomatoes or basement tomatoes, Bob? Um, yeah, that's the only berries that are growing in my garden is some kind of wild. I don't think it's a strawberry. They don't look like strawberries. Deer and fox so used to people that come out doing. Yeah, we've got. The deer around here are out 24/7. They don't hide as it were during the day. Um, Foxes, as I'm in a more countryside area, they do tend to stay hidden up most of the day. You do hear them at night if you're unlucky. Because the last thing anyone wants to hear at 3 a.m. is foxes mating. There's a particular noise. It's really not a pleasant sound. But then you get baby foxes, which are really cool. You get 2 farms around. Yeah, reindeer, llamas, and alpacas. Yeah, they're all cool. Yeah, we've got a few petting zoos around here. I'm in one of the fish shops I was at today. It's fish shop. Well, they Swallow Aquatics, but they sell fish, fresh and marine. They sell reptiles, spiders, insects. Got a petting zoo, garden centre. Yeah, all sorts. That's the place where I could go if I wanted to and buy a caiman. I could go less than 10 miles down the road and buy a caiman. Not what I'm going to, because I don't want a pet that's quite capable of eating me. Like pets at home, probably better. Thing is, Aaron, my local pets at home is really good. I was in there today, chatting with one of their fish guys, Mike. It's a bit strange because I go in there, say hello, get what I want to get or whatever, and then he starts asking me loads of questions about fish, which is great because he wants to learn. He wants to learn about the fish. He wants to be better and do his job better and help the customers more. So, I quite happily. That's favourite saying to me. Yeah. Don't you need a license to keep caiman? Pass. Soon find out. Okay, if I needed to. If I fancied one, I could probably get a license. Probably wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I've got them there. I'm not going to get one because, as I say, I don't want a pet that's capable of eating me. Yeah. Don't want something I'm scared to feed in case I lose a hand. Let's put it that way. That's why I won't buy a snapping turtle either. Yeah, you don't want to get spat on by an alpaca or a llama. It's not good. Yeah. Hey Griffin, yeah, welcome aboard. But yeah, I was saying my local pets at home is a great place. I know I hear the horror stories about other pets at homes. I've been to a couple where if they did sell live fish, I wouldn't buy live fish from. But then I've had that with other places that aren't a chain store, where you walk in, you look at the fish, and you walk out again. It's like, yeah, no, not buying them. Oh, yeah, that's it, Dan. It's when you see a cow lying there in the field chewing the cud, looking all calm and cool, and just 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 remember that it's basically re-chewing its own vomit. You try and have that expression on your face when you're chewing vomit. It's not going to happen. Righty ho, see you later, Dan. Yeah, no. If I did want to get someone that needed a license, I'd get the license. Just not worth getting caught. I hate to think what the fine would be for having something like a caiman without a license. If you needed one, as it's a dangerous animal, I guess you probably would. But also, I don't think we'd be able to fit one in Mary's Toyota Igo. And I'm not holding it all the way home either. I know it's not long in the car, but I ain't holding on to one of them. Yeah, it's just cool to be able to go down there and see them, mainly. That sounds like basically we go ask for something, they ask about, yeah. So that's why, I go in there, the tanks are clean, the fish are healthy, and the staff I have on the fish section, I have been trained according to Pets at Home's training, and they do keep their own fish, but nothing too spectacular. We're talking, and I don't mean to belittle any kind of fish, but we're talking a goldfish in, or some platies or something like that. That's where we're at. So, if they've got questions, I'll answer them. Hey, Chewy, how you doing? For example, today, Mark was saying, it's you got those giant shrimp, didn't you? Yeah, they're doing great. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed there are some of them, and they've got the fan feeding when they're doing that. There are others that have actually got like pinchers. I'm like, right. Oh no, they like nip on the other ones. I don't think they're the same thing. So, now there's a line you're not meant to cross at the moment because of distancing and what have you. I said, well, now I'll happily take a look if you want. Do you mind if I approach the tanks? He's like, yeah, fine. I trust you. So I wander up to the tank and I look and I go, yeah, that's a Gabonensis. That's a Gabonensis. That's a blue lobster. Like, yeah, I know what's going wrong there, mate. What? That's a lobster. That one there, there's a lobster. There's a blue lobster. That's not a shrimp. Yes, you may want to move that out of that tank into something that hasn't got all your endlers in it as well. Why? You're going to lose the endlers. Oh, what's up, Chewy? Oh no, yeah. Get better soon, Chewy. Yeah, I hope nothing too bad. Yeah, American grey squirrels. Thing is, it's about the only squirrel we've got in most of the UK now, so we have to make do with the inferior cross Atlantic cousin of the far superior British red squirrel. But yeah, I did notice the video earlier. I noticed it earlier today on the kayak fishing in the UK, which I thought was. I don't think there's many English people have done videos on that, so it's not surprisingly not exactly a common thing to do in the UK. Really, we tend to prefer to sit in comfort on the bank while we do our fishing. Vape device is not supposed to ship with batteries. Safety, yeah. Well, it's the problem is with the lithium batteries have that annoying tendency to go bang every so often. So if the vape got switched on accidentally and got bumped wrong and turned itself on, or something sat on it and then shorted out, flattened the battery completely, there would be a loud bang and a fire in the back of the van. So yeah, I just paints. Probably the first one that Bret Hart drew blood on. Yeah, and you've outlived him. Yeah, that is one of the things, Kay. Seeing the UK through a foreigner's eyes. Things we just take for granted or just accept, that is to us it's just normal, but just to someone outside of the UK is like, what the hell? But I was Owen Hart, yeah. Sorry, getting them mixed up. Yeah, getting them mixed up. Yeah, I'm not. Back when I lived in Stortford, there were red squirrels on the school grounds there, but they're probably gone by now. Yeah, some of the videos I kind of enjoy are like the American visits or Americans' opinions on the UK, and it's like they get confused by a plug that's got 3 prongs on it. Plug something in, can't understand why it doesn't work. It's like you haven't switched the socket on. It's got a switch on it. Yeah. Things that are just normal everyday things to us that are just different and weird. It's good to see, and then from the other perspective, because then if we go to America, we know what to expect when we go. Have I heard of Caned? Caned. I've been no, we're not gonna. Again, I'm going to say it rings a bell, but then there's so much coming through my YouTube and Facebook and whatever feeds that I'll see something, but I don't necessarily watch it or listen to it, or yeah. It's either one of those that rings a bell, or it's something that reading a video comment from Mary Page Flynn. Her daughter and grandchild having a rough time right now. Baby's still on a ventilator. Yep. Send in thoughts, positive vibes, healing vibes, positive energies, all that good stuff. Bob, I don't do the prayers thing, but it's just a belief system and religious. Blonde, redhead, and brunette. So they're quite good at measuring small things. Then that's an Ave expression. Measuring a small gap, that's a blonde one. Bit bigger, that's a brunette. Slightly bigger, that's a redhead. Yeah. Yeah, we have death squads. Yeah. it's just two countries separated by the same language, basically. Yeah. So what to us in the UK seems alien, and looking in, as it were, the US health system is just like, what, what? How? That's just, yeah, that don't work. But apparently, you know, because slightly socialist, so bad. But yeah, also we look in from the UK or Europe to America, see things and go, what the heck? And then Americans look in on things in the UK and Europe and go, what the heck? No, it's all gravy. Just let the powers that be do what the powers that be want to do, and we'll just carry on being cool and getting on with each other and just being normal, sensible people. Now, things like if the simple act of wearing a mask in public could save my life, could save your life, I will wear a mask. No worries, no problems. Yeah, is baby breathing on its own yet? It took breath a couple of days ago. Yeah, so definite fingers crossed and positives. Positive is all sent that way. And to you too, Chewy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying we're not corrupt, but yeah, at least we kind of hide our corruption slightly. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, that is it. The right to bear arms. You can wear a vest. Didn't mean you can carry a gun. It's just a spelling mistake. You have the right to do that. I think you can probably sneak that in there quite easily. You can probably change that. It may well actually say it. But yeah, it's yeah. So all of us here, all the fish fam, I think I can safely say are all sending all their best thoughts, prayers, vibes, everything, Bob. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, you take care too, Chewy. Given the year it's been, with who we've lost as well, we don't want to be losing anyone else. So take it careful, bud. See, demand the right to arm bears with guns. That'd be cool. Yeah, yeah. Lurk away, rollers. Lurk away. If some random dude waffling in the background helps, sends you to sleep, whatever. Hey, if you fall asleep, I'll get extra watch time. Uh, the right to arm bears. Uh, I reckon we should arm the ghosts as well. It's, yeah. trying not to get political, because getting political upsets people. Probably not anyone here. I think everyone here is probably rather sensible about these kind of things, understands common sense, basic morality. But oh, thank you, Chewy. I shall look that up later. Here in an updated law, how to protect your house and family from burglars. It's welcome back, Dan. It's pretty simple, Aaron. You got to give them a warning. And once you've given them a warning, you can use sufficient force to remove them from your property. In my case, probably the sight of me and my boxers probably do it. If not the fact that I'll probably have a 3-foot sword in my hand, I'd do it. Mind you, someone breaking into my house when I'm not here or late at night, they might get a visit from the shadow person. That'd probably scare most people out of the house. And I swear one of these days there's going to be the shadow go across the wall behind me. That would be the one, wouldn't it? Live proof of the ghosts. Yeah, no politics. So always safe to keep away from politics and religion. As you can guarantee it's just going to go wrong. Yeah, I can go grab it if you like, Kay. It's a 3-foot cavalry saber. If I hit someone with that, it would make a mess. Let's just put it that way. This is the thing, UK. So someone breaking in your house, what are they likely to have? Maybe a knife. Scotty, how you doing, my friend? Welcome aboard. Always good to see you. How are you? Hope all is well with you and the lovely Liz. Oh dear, country music. Oh, I own one country album, Chewy. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say we're sane, Chevy. I'm going to say decent and level-headed. We're not sane. You know, it's we're just open about our insanity and honest about it. It's not I don't like Johnny Cash. I do like a bit of Johnny Cash. I just don't listen to it. The only country album I have, and I bought it for ulterior motives, is Lady Antebellum's debut album. Hello, SC Aquatics. Welcome aboard. Yeah, fish people are all inclusive. We all love our fish, and we don't care what color, creed, race, religion, political persuasion you are. Yes, I know that they're like the Nickelback of country, Chewy. I know. Hey, it worked. Yeah. As you'll be aware, Scott, I do have my first monster fish. He's in there, swimming around about. There he is. He's not exactly a monster at the moment, but he'll get there. Monster fish to me, anyway. a little Bashir, Spaz. Charlie Daniels, yeah. Malhanger, yeah. Hello, mainsail firm fins. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you here. Always good to see new avatars and names, if not faces. This stream is possibly not like most fishy streams. It gets a bit weird sometimes. We go off topic all over the place. Scott is about to flood his fish room again. But yeah, so I've got a few tanks. I like happy, friendly, peaceful fish. And what is that I'm seeing? Yeah, it's just a reflection. So I'm seeing a reflection right there in the tank, and it looks like someone's curled up and died. But it isn't. It is just a reflection where the sun's moving around. Yeah, that's not a big light in the tank or anything. That is just a reflection coming in from the back door, which is 3 feet that way. By a fish can from the tank between. Oh, don't tempt me, Aaron. Don't tempt me. That'd probably be quite cool, though, having something like a GoPro or something in there, just streaming what's going on 24/7. Only problem is I'd have to make sure I was completely dressed at all times, or point the camera in a direction that you can't see me and the rest of the front room. Scott takes the sounds of running water to the extreme. That he does. I mean, switches the bog cap. Oh God, no one wants to see that. Oh dear. Especially after what I've been leaving behind the last few days. Oh yeah, thank you, Bob. Yeah, so GoFundMe for candy. Everyone loves candy, and Caleb and Stacy and all their fin, fur and scale buddies. So if you got a few dollars or pounds or euros spare, I think I'd rather you send it to Candy's GoFundMe than to me. So now I'm working full time and whatever, it's money is no longer an issue, as it were. 3 in the country rock and roll hall of fame and the music hall of fame. Oh, one's got to be Johnny Cash. Probably Elvis. Willie Nelson? Just as a rough guess. Yeah, no one wants waterfalls out of tanks, Chevy. It's one reason why I fill with a bucket. Don't have a python or a hose even. The only times I've had an issue are because I siphon out into a bucket. Is rather. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, Dylan, all along the watchtower. That's folk, not really country. Yeah, I don't think Dolly would have been in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, though, Bob. Well, you got to love Dolly. Yeah, Dylan. There we go. You see, I wouldn't have necessarily classed Bob Dylan as country. I'd have put him as folk, but there we go. I guess there probably isn't a folk hall of fame. That's really easy to mispronounce. The Folk Hall of Fame, yeah. Yes, we'll steer around that one. Good job I've not been drinking, because I would get that one wrong. Our folk is grouped into country. There we go. That explains it. Yeah. Yes. Good to know, though. Well, I think Bob Dylan's still got his Radio 2 show in the UK. In the real world, yeah. New country artists. I think pretty much everyone's covered Bob Dylan at some point, or tried to, and failed. I'm surprised Disturbed haven't. Don't think Frog Leap have either. Oh, what was the one he released the other day? Can't remember now. Firkew Hall in Cumbria, yes. I mean, heck, just down the road, I've got a Slots Hole Lane, so yeah, in terms of just Sound of Silence, it's awesome. As is their version of Land of Confusion by Genesis. That is an improvement on the original. But Dan, I think you would get a kick out of Frog Leap Studios channel on YouTube. He's the only person that's made Baby Shark listenable and amusing, rather than just annoying. Now Rick Derringer's playing for Ringo Starr. Shouldn't that be the other way around? As Lennon said when asked whether Ringo was the best drummer in the world, he's not the best drummer in the Beatles. Yeah. Oh, Reba. Yes, Reba. Wasn't she in Tremors? Was that Reba McEntire that was in Tremors? I know it was a red-headed country superstar. Not that I'm a huge, as I say, not that I'm a. Yeah, yeah, but I think you'll just go through, and if there's a song you like, I mean, his cover of Africa by Toto is epic. The Sultans of Swing one is awesome. He did Our House as well by Madness in a metal style. Yeah, you'll enjoy it, Dan. Frog Leap Studios. Is very talented musician and just fun and funny as well. You see that? I would sing it for you, Dan, but Frog Leap Studios. Let me put it down in the chat, and then everyone else can have a look-see. I'm actually going to try and spell his actual name here as well, which is where it could go wrong. I think that's about right for spelling his name. Doesn't exactly sound Norwegian, but you know, he is. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, just epic and awesome. Yeah, his version of Hello by Adele is rather good as well. He's got dozens, if not hundreds, of cover versions he's done on there. Dave Drayman, yeah, Dave Drayman is an epic singer. He's trained, but wasn't classical. I know he did some training, proper training to sing beforehand. I just can't remember what it was because it wasn't the classical or the opera training. It was something else. Did he sing in a Jewish choir when he was younger as well? Something like that. He's also a really cool dude. So being a cool dude, being a decent person gets you a lot further than a lot of people would credit it for. Being an arse tends to kill your career off fairly rapidly, as many have found out. And I still say Weird Al is one of the top musicians, songwriters around. Very underrated as a singer, songwriter, musician. People just go, oh, he just does funny covers. Yeah, it takes a lot of talent to do it. And do it well takes talent. Okay, you don't have to come up with the melody and what have you, but you got to do everything else. Yeah, I am so tempted to sing Baby Shark, but I've got a funny feeling that's one of those ones that'll be copyright instantly. Do. Uh, I'm guessing Scott is probably still mopping up the water on the floor. We shall hear about that later, no doubt. Hey Jesse, how you doing? All the fishies happy? There's some absolutely gorgeous guppies I've seen from you lately. Again, missing live streams, but it's just time differences and weirdness. So people are either going on as I'm going to bed, or I wake up just as they're finishing, kind of thing. So, although 2 more weeks and I've got a week off, so I might be able to catch up with a few people. It's just I try to be nice, to watch people's content. I may not necessarily always remember. I do try to remember to leave the likes. Jesse just woke up. Yeah, I'm not far off going to bed, Jesse. That's then we are basically the opposite sides of the planet almost. So yes. Kenny Rogers did a weird one. I might have to check that out. My condition. Yeah, I'm always up for listening to something weird at least once. Hey, I listen to Ministry. You don't get much weirder. Anyone who's listened to Jesus Built My Hot Rod will know exactly what I mean. And yeah, for some reason, this one that just disappeared, Bertie the Sunshine Bristlenose. For some reason, I have a bristlenose that has decided she likes to eat blackbeard algae. Yeah, I didn't think Pleco's bristlenoses ate blackbeard algae, but she seems to. Several times now I've seen her with it hanging out of her mouth. So she's munching on it. Good girl. Hey, grumpy boy. Yeah. You're chilling. Alright, you can have your food in a bit. Two things: play swap for and try and rescue the hostages that keep getting blown away, and try to save my colonists in real life. Yeah, I had a problem with Rainbow Six Vegas, where the hostages would keep standing in front of the people I was trying to shoot. So you shoot the hostage, you get a better shot at the terrorist, and then you fail a mission. What? So, no, I'm not trying to save people. I'm trying to kill the bad guys. Collateral damage and stuff. Kyra. Kyra is a new one. I've not heard of that one, Chewy. You got me on that one. Yeah, Vegas and Vegas 2 were awesome. Then it kind of went downhill. Yeah, Vegas 2 with the Desert Eagle and the shield in the library. Sat in the corner just with the shield up like that and just popping off all the bad guys over the top. Oh, that's the other annoying one. You go, oh, explosive barrel. I should use that to kill the bad guys, just as the person you're trying to save decides to run in front of it. Yeah. So Vegas and Vegas 2 were great. Battlefield was great up until they went to the Cops and Robbers one. Then that was just pants. And pretty much since that, I've not really bought any games. The only, as I say, I think the most recent game I bought was Forza Horizon 2. I think was the last game I bought. Other than that, it's just been World of Tanks and World of Warships since. Just getting old. The reaction speed isn't there anymore. I just don't enjoy sitting there for hours playing games anymore. Yeah, the Battlefield 4 servers were a nightmare. Benedictum. Now that does ring a distant bell in there somewhere. Snooker Championship. Oh God. Oh, I tried playing snooker games and pool games. Oh no, not for me. I used to enjoy a bit of FIFA and driving games and shooting games. I used to play all sorts, but I just can't be sitting there for hours anymore. It just doesn't. I'd rather sit there and I'd rather just sit and watch my fish tanks, to be honest, or watch YouTube videos about fish or models or the supernatural or history, or I'd rather learn stuff these days than forget stuff. I mean, you've been playing too many computer games or too many shooters. When someone tries to make you jump, your reaction is that. When something startles you, your reaction is your right finger your right index finger twitches. You know, that's not good. Yeah, we were kind of wondering whether you were mopping up a flood, Scott. That was what I thought might be happening. Oh, Dizzy, yes. Dizzy games back on the Spectrum in the 80s. They were epic. Yeah. Yeah, get your water changes finished. So nowadays I kind of spread them about a bit. Rather than do them all in one day, I'll try and do a couple of days throughout the week. Um, just to spread the pain, as it were. So I don't end up with like my other day off, Thursday, basically just being water change day, and you get to the end of the day and you're like, oh right. So I do a couple every day. So tomorrow I will do the Plek grow out tubs. Tuesday I probably won't do any because I'm working a full day. Wednesday I'll do a few more. Thursday I'll do most of them. Friday I'll finish off with the big one. I say the big one, the 40 breeder, which to me is a big. It's not some 8-foot monster tank, but hey, I wouldn't want to be doing a water change on an 8-foot tank. I would definitely get a Python or electric pump. Wouldn't be doing that with a 3-gallon bucket for certain. Yeah, so that's plenty big enough for me. It'll house most of the fish I want to keep. Oh, 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 oh! Can you see? We've got CPDs breeding. There we go, live on camera. Celestial Pearl Danios doing their thing. Very close. Yeah, as I was saying, that's why I do mine with a bucket. Okay, I can do because my tanks are that much smaller. Most of my tanks, at the most, it's one bucket full of water. And this one's like 3 or 4 bucketfuls. But yeah, it's easy enough to do. But yeah, I wouldn't want to be doing a water change on a 300-gallon if you got to do a 50% water change. No, thank you. All at once between work, 2 YouTube videos, bye. Yeah, this is it, Scott, isn't it? I know I'm way down on what a lot of you guys have got with what I've got tank wise, but yeah, you have to fit it in. Yeah, has to be done. If you have had a fur pet, if you've got a dog, you'll take it for a walk every day. Got a fish tank, you got to do a water change once a week and feed it twice a day or once a day or however often you do feed it. Close-ups. Oh dear, yeah, fish porn. Yeah, I somehow don't think anyone is going to get off on a couple of inch-long fish swimming around in circles next to each other. The very most what's going to happen there is there's going to be some food with the CPDs and the baby Episto in there. Yeah, no, that's the general thing. For every fetish, there's a phobia, and for every phobia, there's a fetish, which is kind of scary when you think what some people are scared of. He's certainly showing off tonight, isn't he, Spazzy? Isn't he? Oh, you going back in your hidey hole now? Yeah. He does like it down in amongst that cryptocorn. There's a law against taking sexual photos of chairs. Well, I mean, it's probably Victorian and about the amount of leg you're allowed to show. You can't show too much leg, might be arousing people. Although a lot is said about the Victorians being prudes, but they actually weren't. There's a lot of really weird stuff went on. Let's put it that way. It's one of those things that if you look through all the laws and whichever country, if you went through every single law, you'd find dozens that are just so out of date and things that are technically illegal, but everyone does anyway. One that gets me is jaywalking. We call that crossing the street. No, we don't have to go to a light or something. You just look both ways. If there's, no cars coming, you just walk across. Exactly. As long as it's not harming anyone, there's no problems with it. Too many illegal drugs in Victorians. Yeah, it's like you could go to the chemist or the pharmacy and get opium and cocaine and all sorts. Yeah, I mean, I think I might have said last week, during the First World War, you could send aid packages to the front that would contain morphine, heroin, cocaine, and chocolate, and some cigarettes. I suppose technically things you probably need if you're living in a flooded trench getting shelled every day. You're probably going to want something like laudanum or coke, or just to get you through it without going completely nuts. And was it belladonna they put into their eyes to make their irises go purple? Basically poisoning yourself. Although purple eyes would be cool. Then I did used to know someone who had black eyes. Their irises were black, which was really freaky. Yeah, nice people was belladonna, yeah. But then, is it any different to some of the things that people do these days? Yeah. Probably the birth of Big Pharma there, I think. Yeah, exactly. Hemp is one of the most useful plants on the planet. Without hemp, the Royal Navy wouldn't have existed. It would not make enough rope, or strong enough rope. And I forget when it was. There was one point, I think it was just after Trafalgar. The Royal Navy actually outnumbered the navies of the rest of the world combined. Yeah. Illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub in Arizona. Right. Who lives in Arizona? They need a donkey in a bathtub just to see if they get arrested for it. No classic cowboy wagons. Yeah. It is. Yeah. We can make a profit out of that. We don't want you doing it the simple, easy, natural way. We're going to give you something that's going to give you nasty side effects, but we're going to charge you a lot of money for it. It's like that guy. I think if you still Google like the most hated man in America, he comes up. He was the one who bought the company. He was a dodgy hedge fund type of person who defrauded a bunch of people. He's in jail. Um, he's the one who bought the drugs company that made the AIDS drug, then bumped the price up like 3,000% or something. Yeah. Isolate one active ingredient. Yeah. Yeah. Whereas if you use the entire plant, there's probably something in the rest of the plant that prevents the side effect. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say in the UK we complain enough if we had to get a prescription. The cost of a prescription nowadays, like nearly £10, or it might be £10. That's for whatever drug it happens to be. You know, uh, it could be some basic antibiotics, or it could be the world's most expensive heart medicine, or whatever. Still costs you the same, whatever it is. And if you have, see you later, Chevy. Have a good week and stay safe and healthy. Um, yeah, whatever the medicine is, it costs the same. And if you've got a lifelong condition, you get it for free. For example, diabetics don't pay for their insulin, where people with long-term heart conditions, or if you're going to need it for the rest of your life, you don't have to pay for it. And no, my eyes aren't as dark as they look. My glasses need cleaning. That lens is picking up a glare and a shadow from somewhere. Um, yeah, luckily in the UK, we can use herbal medicines by law. Yes. Um, I mean, I'm far more likely to neck a couple of paracetamol than I am to chew on some willow bark. But yeah, it's for anyone that doesn't know, willow bark is where is it paracetamol or aspirin? One of them comes from salicylic acid. Early finish it works in the good aquarium stores. Dog piss. Yeah. Willow bark is what they used to use to get rid of headaches and period pains and all sorts of other stuff. Yeah, just take it off from like arm level. Don't like get it from right at the bottom. As long as you go like 3 feet up, you'll be safe from the dog pee. Grandma and your mum's side, so oh no. That means that Chewie has caught a Ouija. Oh no. You have my sympathies. Yeah, I'll try to get around to doing that, Chewy. It won't be editing on my part, but you know, um, it's, I'm seriously struggling at the moment to think of ideas for content for my channel. So, yeah, yeah, there is that one. That, that'll take that pain away. It just makes everything else hurt instead, Aaron. That gives you the back pain, stomach pain, ankles, feet. Yeah. And then you got 18 years of pain after that. I'm running in our fish, still sweating in the decay. Oh dear, Belfast. Oh dear, it's not good when you start coughing before you light the cigarette. Stick a leg out, trim me up. Yeah. So thankfully, the only pills I take regularly. I'm hydrated, Kate. That's empty. um, yeah, so thankfully, the only pills I generally take are antihistamines. It's hay fever, paracetamol, and ibuprofen, and then vitamin pills because don't eat fruit and veg. Um, yeah, they just exacerbate the problem. Big pharma, yeah. You can take this, which will fix that. Then you need this to fix the side effect from that, and this to fix the side. It's bad when you buy sleeping pills, over the counter ones, and it says may cause drowsiness on there. Oh, no, that's up there with buying a bag of peanuts that says warning may contain peanuts. Hi, Amana, how are you? Hope all is good with you and your shrimpy buddies. I say the shrimpies that I was worried about would have been in here, but so far Spaz seems to be leaving them alone. Whether it's because they're big enough that he just doesn't see them as edible. Yeah, all good here as well. You just general aches and pains of being middle-aged, grumpy, uh, all that kind of stuff. And the fact that we're nearly done, I'm kind of needing the loo. And I just remembered all I've eaten today is one slice of cheesecake. Um, well, I suppose technically it counts as being on a diet if all you've eaten in the day is one slice of cheesecake, but not necessarily on a diet, just trying to not eat as much. Let's put it that way. Who else sisters, in your opinion, the redhead has the best voice? Well, I've always had a thing for redheads, Chewy, so we'll see. But anyways, what have I got to do this evening? Not a lot. But yeah, so I might listen to that later. Um, yeah. See, I thought Bashirs was supposed to be nocturnal, hidey uppy type fish, not out and about in the daylight, exploring and showing off. I don't think anyone takes much too seriously in here. Um, my general state is if I'm putting something and it could be taken the wrong way, if I mean it as a joke, I put a smiley face or an LOL at the end of it. Just so it's obvious that I was making a joke, because some people don't have a sense of humor, especially in the modeling community. Some people literally have had a humorectomy. You can tell them the world's funniest joke and they just look at you like, yeah, you kind of have to be a bit careful about that one. See, the Aussies can get away with it because it's kind of an in joke between the two countries. But yeah, yeah. Once you get to know people, people then understand the sense of humour is going on. But that's some people just still don't get my sense of humour. Can be a bit too dark for some. Still have the Union Jack. So yeah, true. There is that. And they have more than held their own as part of the Commonwealth armies. Oh, copyright. Oh yeah, put a copyright claim in against the country for using your flag. Yeah, don't give the Americans don't give Trump any ideas with that one. I don't think he'll watch this, but don't let him know. Anyways, it's that time again, and Muggins has got to do Muggins stuff, eat, drain the vein, that kind of stuff. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you the same time next week. Thanks again, Bob, if you're still here for the most generous super chat. Hopefully next week there might be some new fishies. We shall see. But yeah, have fun. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Peace out. Rock on. And bye bye. Let's just hope I pressed the right button this week. Come on, machine. There we go. Bye. Bye, Spaz.